Welcome to the Pits TV. On this week's show, we head to Central Motor Speedway in Cromwell for the New Zealand Super Saloon Championships, a Midas Speedway New Zealand Championship held at a different speedway track every year. With these 430 cubic inch V8 engines pushing 8 to 900 horsepower, these methanol-breathing race cars are sure to entertain you. Keep an eye on the current New Zealand champion, 1NZ Mark Osborne, as he fronts up to try and make it 4 national championships, something that only a handful of Super Saloon drivers have ever done before. But with a field of Super Saloons that some have said is the best assembled ever at a New Zealand Championships, Osborne will have to do something special to win this one. But let's now join the commentary team of Todd and Grant Moffat and Gabriel Bowen for part 1 of 2 for the qualifying for the Main Freight New Zealand Super Saloon Championships held here at the Heavy Tracks Hire Central Motor Speedway.
Out there in front of you now, it's the first of many heats that you'll see today into the evening, and then of course tomorrow, the first half, the first 2/3 of tomorrow's race meeting concludes the heat races, Todd, before we get to the repecharge races, and then of course the big final right at the end of the night. So listen, we've got groups A and B out there for this one. It's X Factor cars and the ATD building groups. Both those groups are out there. There are 7 cars per group. There should be 14 cars out there, and looking forward to this one. Really am. So what we do, let me just give you a brief rundown of how this works. Each group, there are 6 groups in total, will get to race against the other 5 groups at some stage today and then tomorrow, and the first 2/3 of the race meeting tomorrow. It's good. It means that every driver gets to race against every other driver, I should say, throughout all those heat races. Throughout those heat races, these drivers will accumulate points. Those points go towards determining grid positions 1 through to 18 in the big feature race at the end of the night. Grid positions 19 through to 22 tomorrow night will be filled by the winner and the runner-up of each of the 2 repecharge races tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, and that's how we end up with a 22-car field, Toddy, for the big final.
I really like this format because unlike the format that we've had for years and years, where it was qualifying on the first night, a good car can get knocked out, can lose one heat, and doesn't get to go through to the second night. Whereas with this deal, the cars are all still well and truly in it on the second night, and it's all about your grid positions. So we keep the entire field. The other good thing is we're running in groups of only 14 cars on the racetrack, so hopefully we've got less chance of major incident, and we can hopefully keep all these race cars on the track.
That's dead right. And what happens, of course, is the I don't know, just the build-up of the 2 days racing obviously all comes to a head when we head for that 30-lap feature race tomorrow night. This is it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Main Freight New Zealand Super Saloon Champs, heat number 1. We're about to get underway, and fantastic to have you here at the Heavy Tracks Hire Central Motor Speedway. We've got all sorts of different brands of motor vehicle out there. We've got in amongst it all the 77 car from Stratford, of course, Blondie Chamberlain.
A very different machine.
Very different
But on
indeed.
the outside of the front row, though, young Sam Waddell. How old is he, mate? 19 years old.
19.
Driving this huge horsepower Super Saloon, the 6C on the inside of him. Kane Lawson, who was super fast in the qualifying here, so this will be a good battle into turn number 1.
Here we go!
So, and this will go. And Kane Lawson, he fires it in there, but Sam Waddell gets around the outside, and
they've all spun up. The entire field, with the exception of Sam Waddell, have come unstuck, and that all happened as a result of the 6 car there, unfortunately, just sort of losing the back end, Todd, coming out of turn 2.
Yeah, he really raced Dean Waddell into the corner and turned the car obviously a bit tight. Didn't want to clamber into the side of the 18M car, and unfortunately the back end just got away from him. He would have been way surprised because he never looked like doing that in the time trials, but unfortunately everyone's had to go everywhere, and what a shame. Yeah,
what a shame. Let's just hope that there's not too much damage to those race cars that were involved in that. I think most of them probably saw it coming, saw it happening before them. But Todd, looking out of the driver's compartment, you've driven these things for years. It's not good vision, is it, mate?
No, and particularly at the start of a race, have a look at the back of these Super Saloons. They're really raked up at the back, and add to that, then there's the spoiler on top of the rear panels. I tell you, young Sam's going to be pretty happy about having no one on grid 1 there, because he's going to fire that 18 car into turn 1. And,
down low.
yeah, he's got the whole racetrack to himself there. the 27 car is right there, but Trevor Elliott, as you said, Grant, he's not allowed to come up there. We're going to go green this time.
So just
the
watch
amber
Trevor
lights are
Elliott.
out.
Absolutely. Watch Elliott. He's not allowed to get up alongside Waddell until now. He's certainly got the whole shot.
Well, I'll tell you what. Nice job by him. He got a run on him.
And he's done it within the law too.
So Elliott, he gets there in front. The 27C car leads from Sam Waddell in the 18. And then it's Burson. We've got the yellows out again.
Oh, there's a bit of clambering over each other going on out there as well.
Yeah,
so
we've got the boys didn't see the yellows, so started getting into each other. I think that's going to be a jump start.
Yeah,
I would say for the 27.
Yeah, although it looked fantastic, Trevor Elliott, we were just talking about not being able to fill that posse until he crossed the start-finish line. He was well up alongside him.
Yeah, the officials might let him have one. They're pointing at him. He's getting the special finger.
That's all right. Like we said, they're super competitive people. They're trying their hardest. They've all come from afar to race here this weekend, so why wouldn't you try it on, Toddy?
Absolutely. if they let you go, it's all good.
It looked good too for the first lap, didn't it?
But Sam Waddell, he's the man who sets the pace. The car on grid number 2 always sets the pace as they come around for the start. 1 lap to go, the officials are saying to the lads here. So Elliott, he's going to have to stay back there in grid number 3 this time. Burson right there on the outside of him. Then Blondie Chamberlain in the 77.
So it's all about collecting points over the heats. You've got to finish each of these heats. That's all there is to it. Here we go. Down goes the right foot.
So Sam Waddell, he gets there first this time in the 18M car. All the way from Tauranga. Elliott right there though on the inside of him, and can Elliott have a run on the inside? No, he doesn't. Waddell fires the 18 in there all sideways. And it's, there's a bit going on back there.
Yeah, absolutely further back in the field. It was a case of Blondie Chamberlain getting involved with a couple of other cars. But back to the leader though, Sam Waddell. Let's have a look at some lap times, 19.2438.
We've got a car parked up on the racetrack here. That's the car that was involved with Blondie Chamberlain, I think, and
yes, you're quite right.
Managed to bring on the caution here yet again.
After the devastating Christchurch earthquakes, there has always been one name you can rely on when it comes to scaffolding in Canterbury. Elliott Scaffolding have a purpose-built fleet of vehicles and a fully trained crew that can get the job done. From that small project to the bigger ones and some of the unique ones. Phone now and speak to Trevor and the team at Elliott Scaffolding Christchurch. Welcome to Hamner Springs and to Hamner Holiday Homes. Situated just 90 minutes from Christchurch, call our team to arrange your next holiday with action aplenty. From those who like to relax through to the thrill seeker. Choose from over 200 holiday homes with taste that caters for all. Bring the kids or relax with your partner and admire the fantastic views on offer. Book now to secure your next adventure. www.hamnerholidayhomes.com.
Hi, I'm Malcolm Narthai from Suck It Up Limited. If If you're in the Canterbury area and need any hydro excavation, water blasting, vacuum loading, any septic tank cleaning or CCTV of your pipelines, please give me a call or contact us on our Facebook page.
Suck It Up Limited, 740 Marston Road, Christchurch. Call them 24 hours a day on 027 588 8809.
Hi, Scott here from X Factor Cars, Southland's V8 specialists, stockists of the South Island's biggest selection of Holden HSV, also with a wide range of everything Ford, FPV and classic American muscle. With an in-house finance specialist, we can tailor build a package to suit each and every budget, from no deposit, structured payments and up to 60-month terms. If we don't have it in stock, our team will search high and low to find what you want. Check out our testimonials, xfactorcars.co.nz.
Alrighty, are they going to let him go this time? It looks like they might. Heat number 1, it's the ATD Building Group versus with the X Factor Cars Group.
Well, the guys know how much grip they've got available here this time. So Sam Waddell, he fires the thing in there quite wide, doesn't he? Elliott runs down the bottom, trying to see what he can do on the inside, and gets a pretty good run too out of turn number 2. And Sam Waddell it is who fires the 18 plenty sideways in there, Grant.
Yeah, that's dead right. Look at that driving style. Beautiful. All of these drivers well adept at keeping these things driving, looking through the passenger's window.
Yeah, I'd say Sam's doing a good job here. He's got the momentum happening. He's firing it into turn 1 plenty wide and running out of 2 wide also. So keeping that momentum up.
Oh, sensational stuff. It's Waddell, Elliott, Burson, Dixon and Marsden. Those are your top 5.
Let's see what Dixon is right there under the rear bumper of the 21 car. Here comes Dixon to the outside here. Look at this guy, runs it around the outside. Peter Dixon, that's how it's done. Gonna have to run it all the way down to turn number 1 and round the outside he goes. Peter Dixon, still right there on the inside of him, those Burson.
Yeah, Burson's doing a great job of not giving it away. Sensational stuff. That's the first passing manoeuvre of the weekend. Beautiful stuff, but look at this. The car right in behind those guys.
Yes, the 17 car coming as well.
Marsden.
Ryan Marsden. Yeah, he can see that outside lane's working. And these lovely cars love a slick sort of a condition, and that car's got some grip. If he can just tie it all together.
Now look at the lead that Waddell has now. He's got a good 70 or 80 metre lead now on Elliott. Then it's only a couple of car lengths back to the 11 car.
Totally different driving styles and lines going on here. Waddell choosing to fire the thing in way from the outside, and then Elliott running the car pretty much down the bottom, trying to keep the car as straight as he possibly can. So it's both working out. We have Dixon now up to the 3rd place in the 11. Let's see him get onto the back of the 27 car now.
The speed of that 17C car, 2/3 track, absolutely mind-blowing speed. He's out wide trying to get a look around the outside of Burson, but it's going to take him another lap or so. Look at that.
How wide is that?
Oh, great driving from Marsden.
Ryan Marsden is the car to watch at the moment. It's the 17, the Lovelady race cars machine on the outside here, charging down to turn number 1. Look at the Ford on the outside. There's not much grip out there.
Beautiful driving. Look at that exit from 2. And the 17 of Marsden gets by Burson.
By the way, Burson extremely fast. That ain't no slug, I'm telling you. But the Mustang, the 17 Lovelady race cars, got himself around the outside. That's some slick driving.
So we've got a couple of laps left to run in this one. 12-lap heat races, and it's Waddell leading by a country mile. Elliott in 2nd, Dixon in 3rd. Then it's Marsden, Burson, and Darryl Ainsley.
Yeah. I think Dixon's got a quick car at this moment, Grant. The 11 car is definitely coming out of the corners pretty well. Coming out of the corner better than
Elliott.
Better than the Elliott car. Here he comes on the outside this time.
Look at that. What was that, Toddy? The Scandinavian flick.
Oh, beautiful work. And Waddell's got a problem. Waddell's slowing. What's happening?
Checkered flag time, in fact, so don't worry, it wasn't. I didn't get to see it either.
Panicking.
We're new to this environment here, and we didn't quite see the checkered flag being waved. So great stuff from Sammy Waddell.
It's possibly because we're not tall enough to see the track
that's
from here.
exactly, and I'm standing on a beer crate myself.
He's lost his roof off that car.
Boy, oh boy.
Okay, folks, here we go. For those people that are joining us from all around the countryside and possibly all around the world, it is the New Zealand Super Saloon Champs here. And the winner of the first one is this young fella here, 18 Sam Waddell. Now, Sam, You went that fast, your roof fell off.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, but hopefully the boys get fixed for the next one.
Alrighty then, so your first time on the Cromwell track?
Yeah, first time here today.
All right, so how you finding the conditions? Obviously, the time trials have happened, but slicked off quite a bit?
Yeah, no, the track was slicking off towards the end, but no, the car's still feeling good, yeah.
Okay, so what's the plan for the weekend? Obviously just to qualify and just mosey on through, is it?
Yeah, we had a real good run through the qualifying, finished up second, and to win that heat, and we're off grid 2 again for the second heat, so hopefully we're back up again with another one.
Okay, you got some good sponsors to help you come down here too, Sam. Who looks after you, bud?
Shape and Spray, JWL Investments, and Rutherford Science.
Alrighty, it is time for heat number 1 for 2 completely different groups for the Super Saloons. The Main Freight New Zealand Super Saloon champs. It is C versus E. Alright, it's not versus, it's the Metro Graphics group along with the CO powder coating group as well. So all 14 cars will cruise out onto the racetrack. We got some heavy hitters out there, Toddy.
Show me a group that there isn't.
Well, there aren't heavy hitters, exactly.
There's some super guys here, eh? Super race cars.
Mark Grocott, mate. I don't know why, I just love watching this guy race. I just love watching this guy race.
Because he's just completely balls out.
He's a caveman.
He's just on.
He's a caveman. I love it.
It's great. It's a speedway, proper speedway driver.
Beautiful stuff. Alrighty, they're about to let him loose, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Stock car fans will like this one on the outside of the front row. Malcolm Ngatai.
Here we go.
And he gets down to turn number 1 in a heck of a hurry as well. Nice work on the outside.
Wow, it's a little bit slippery out there, Todd.
Yeah, we've got that water on the racetrack. Of course, this is the first time they've attacked it in this sort of condition with the water on here. There's a bit of a move on the inside, a bit of a how you like that one. Ray Stewart shows him the right rear, and Ray Stewart now in the 34T. He takes away the lead in this one. Brent Emerson runs in third. Then Craig Cardwell and Grant's mate Grocott.
Here comes Grocott. Look, having a look up the inside of Cardwell. Oh, inches from touching then.
While all this is going on, Grant Flynn on the outside goes around McQuinn. So it remains the same at the front. It's the 34 car of Ray Stewart. Ngatai in second place.
Grant Flynn, he loses a spot for his trouble, but oh man, he hit that right rear was inches from the wall entering turn 1. He's lost a spot to Grocott.
Stewart out the front, Ngatai in second place, Brent Emo Emerson in third place, and then Cardwell, Grocott, Grant Flynn in the Burger King Chev Corvette.
And meanwhile, Mick Quinn spins the 13 car off, coming out of turn 4. Back to the leader though, the youngster, Ray Stewart. Ngatai in second, a long way back now it seems, to the 7 car of Brent Emerson.
Well, it's all going on here between these three. Look at this, 3 wide down the back straightaway. Just about Grocott gets to the inside of Cardwell. He's having to deal with Grant Flynn at the same time. They get together. Yeah, saw the smoke come up. The right rear of Grocott was on Cardwell's car.
Wow, Grant Flynn there in the Burger King car, being challenged by the 8 of Cardwell. Back up front though, look at this guy. Stewart, Ray Stewart, 16.9611 second lap. That is quick.
Yeah, he's honking. He's been around here once or twice. But a great job also in second place. Malcolm Ngatai doing a fantastic job in the Chev Corvette, running in second and really howling the car in here into turn 1, Grant.
Yeah, he's doing a superb job. Great car control from him. Brent Emerson, a 2-time champion, he's doing a good job as well. But here comes Grocott. Grocott now starting to edge up closer to the back end of Brent Emerson's car.
I'll tell you what, one making some move here though also is the 95i, Owen Dixon. He's started well back. Coming up through the field, that 95 car, right on the back bumper now of Grant Flynn.
Yes, indeed. So the field spread out over half of the racetrack. Here comes the 124 of Corrin. Having a look up the inside there of Craig Cardwell.
And remember, Corrin started on the back row, and here he is challenging Cardwell now.
Oh, look at that. Emerson's made a small mistake coming out of 2. Just about opened the door there for Grocott.
Dan Corrin still does the work on Craig Cardwell, but can't quite get the nose up there on the inside of him.
Yeah, he is all over the back of the Stars and Stripes car.
Look at that, here he goes to the inside this time. He's got a full car to the inside of Craig Cardwell. And
White
now
flag. White flag is out now. Less than a lap to go for our leader. Oh, they're leaning on each other coming out of turn 4. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, it's all getting real tight here. Grocott, Brent Emerson and Grant Flynn.
Boy, oh boy,
Here's
checkered
the
flag
checkered.
time for Ray Stewart, Todd. Fantastic stuff.
He was gone, Burgers. Out of there.
Wow, now that was a race. Some great passing. And some of the drivers just making small errors, which has allowed the car behind them just to sneak on through. But I tell you what, that's aggressive driving, isn't it, out there by some of the drivers?
I was saying, but there was some big moves coming in. Dan Corrin started on the back road, got himself up to the 7th place, so great
Yeah,
job by
that's-
him. Started 13th up to 7th.
Yeah,
That's some
past
good moves.
half the field, sensational stuff.
And that's what all these heat races are about, getting points, and that's the way to do it. Dan Corrin definitely going forward there.
One or two of the drivers can possibly feel a little bit aggrieved. I know that Cardwell was rubbed up a couple of times, and hey, that's racing out there, I guess. This is serious stuff. This is a national title at stake. Here he is, the youngster of the field. I'm allowed to say that, aren't I? He is your uncle, by the way, but I know he's your uncle. But great stuff. Loved watching him in the Nissan years ago, and he's doing a superb job on this thing, Todd.
That turbo car, he's retired about 500 times, hasn't he? And keeps coming back. Oh, we better have a new car because we've got the championship at Cromwell. So here he is in his the 34T car. Big round of applause, Cromwell, is your man.
Come on, you guys, down the back straight. Light it up for Ray Stewart. Sensational stuff.
Okay, folks, here we are back at the New Zealand Super Saloons here, and of course, one of the track sponsors, this man here, which is, of course, Ray Stewart. Now, Ray, fantastic win in that race, mate. You be stuck with that.
Yeah, that's definitely the one that I had to win from the front. I didn't want to cock that up one for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so what's the track like? I mean, seems a little bit slippy slidey. Is there a bit of traction, a bit of grip out there?
Yeah, it is at the start of the race, and as the race goes on, it depends where all the cars are running. But they're running down on the pole line, it's going to go black down there, but there's plenty of grip up top.
Okay, so what's the plan? I mean, obviously, first race, you got that one nailed out. Oh, you're going to be starting near the rear of the field. And the next one, what's the plan?
No, over the 5 races that we do have, the 5 heats, we gradually work our way down to the back. So in my 5th heat, I'll be off the very back. But my next one, I think I'm off 4 or 6 or something like that.
All right, so any change to the car to make it go any better?
We'll keep an eye on the next races coming through. The track's changing pretty quickly. The sun hopefully is going to disappear, and the track may come back, and we've got some good racing in front of us.
After the devastating Christchurch earthquakes, there has always been one name you can rely on when it comes to scaffolding in Canterbury. Elliott Scaffolding have a purpose-built fleet of vehicles and a fully trained crew that can get the job done. From that small project to the bigger ones and some of the unique ones. Phone now and speak to Trevor and the team at Elliott Scaffolding Christchurch. Welcome to Hamner Springs and to Hamner Holiday Homes. Situated just 90 minutes from Christchurch, call our team to arrange your next holiday with action aplenty. From those who like to relax through to the thrill seeker. Choose from over 200 holiday homes with taste that caters for all. Bring the kids or relax with your partner and admire the fantastic views on offer. Book now to secure your next adventure. www.hamnerholidayhomes.com.
Hi, I'm Malcolm Narthai from Suck It Up Limited. If you're in the Canterbury area and need any hydro excavation, water blasting, vacuum loading, any septic tank cleaning or CCTV of your pipelines, please give me a call or contact us on our Facebook page.
Suck It Up Limited, 740 Marston Road, Christchurch. Call them 24 hours a day on 027 588 8809.
Hi, Scott here from X Factor Cars, Southland's V8 specialists, stockists of the South Island's biggest selection of Holden HSV, also with a wide range of everything Ford, FPV and classic American muscle. With an in-house finance specialist, we can tailor build a package to suit each and every budget, from no deposit, structured payments and up to 60-month terms. If we don't have it in stock, our team will search high and low to find what you want. Check out our testimonials, xfactorcars.co.nz.
We've still got at least one more lap before they let them fly. We have got some more hot shots out here in front of us. McIntyre, I like the idea of McIntyre from the front row, Todd. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking there's two fast guys at the front row. The guy on the outside has done it all before. He's a very slick operator, as Shane McIntyre. The guy on the inside is pretty desperate, and he drives like a desperate man. She's all sideways. She's pretty spectacular stuff from the 24 car.
Yeah, I would say he has one of the best sort of car control I've ever seen in a driver, Ben Harding. So if he can do it.
I would say they're both afraid of each other at this moment.
Yeah, they're off the front row. Now the outside car has
sets the pace, yeah.
Sets
so
the pace.
Shane McIntyre coming around now. We've still got the yellows on, so we're going to go around for another lap yet.
Okay, we've got the McDonald's car sort of halfway back through the field. He's from the inside of the third row. He's got a bit of work to do to try and get up and better than fifth spot in this one. Johnny Roberts just in front of him. One of the up-and-coming drivers in the Burger King Pro Dirt Series up north. What a superb job he's been doing. He's just been getting quicker and quicker and quicker as well.
I mean, the level of this class has just been raised, hasn't it, over the last few years? There's some fabulous equipment out there in front of you. Very expensive equipment, high horsepower, getting towards 800 brake horsepower in these super saloons these days.
And we're about to see that unleashed as they come around 3 and 4 onto the front straight. It is McIntyre who sets the pace. Down goes the right foot.
McIntyre, he got the dead right start, didn't he? Wow, it's all going on here. We're going 3 wide. We've got the McDonald's car in the middle. We've got damage. We're going to have some damage here. Yeah, we've got one just about over the 861. Just about goes over.
Yeah, they're going to have to get the yellows on. They have to. The yellows have come on as a result of that. Yeah, that's going to be some damage to the McDonald's car. There was 3 cars going into 2.
What a shame. There was 3 cars coming out of turn number 2, and it only takes a little bit of a wobble from one of them. And here we go. We've got flat tyres galore here. Richie Taylor has a flat right front.
He was caught up in it, and that's unfortunate for him. And yeah, this is it. This is what we were talking about almost jokingly before the race meeting started, that, you'll have multiple cars, involved in a pile-up, and the one car that might have started it, and it's always unintentional, obviously.
Gets away
and carries on and drives. And
I tell you what, though, Ricky Bolton, he was just about over on the back straight.
He was too.
These cars are super heavy on the left-hand side. Obviously, that's where the driver is. I'm not saying they're all fat buggers, but the cars are built that way. They're very heavy on the left. Also, the left side wheels are way inside the body, whereas the right side wheels are right out. So that makes the cars very heavy on the left.
All right, we've still got 12 I think it might be less than 12 actually. 11, let's make it 11 drivers. Excitable drivers out there ready to rock and roll. Let's see how we go this time. McIntyre sets the pace, as we said. Whoa, bumping wheels as they started there.
Right, down to turn number 1 they go. McIntyre around the outside. Harding didn't get it in there so quick this time. Look at the 3 car up the inside here, Grant. Jennings.
Jennings down low on the racetrack. Good spotting,
making the move straight away. There's the right rear.
Oh, great stuff from Jennings. 45 years of racing will do that for you.
Look at this guy. He's got the thing nailed to the pole line. The 3 New Zealand car has come from, where did he come from?
Yeah.
He came from the 4th row up to 3rd place as
Good
we
position
run.
7. How about that?
So Shane McIntyre, Mr. Hypermac, he leads the way in the 26T car. It's Ben Harding riding it, the thing super sideways round turn 1 and 2.
We got a good battle going on too, Todd, between the 77 and 43. It is, who is it?
Yeah, Greg Johnson in the 77.
And Johnny Roberts.
Johnny Roberts, yeah, they're going at it, those two.
So what's happening here is that we've got McIntyre clearing off into the distance. He's got a good, 100 metres now, Todd, from Ben Harding. Ben Harding, no slug, having difficulty hanging on to the same sort of pace that McIntyre's showing us right now. Look at that, the pass up into 2nd spot. Goes Lance Jennings.
He washes up wide. It's a bit of a midget car slide job, but he gets...
we've got a big pile up down on turn 2 while this has been going on. Oh dear, it looks like Steve Flynn's involved. Johnny Roberts is involved.
Yeah, doesn't look like any damage, I don't think, on the 5 car, the Burger King Corvette of Steve Flynn. That car looks okay, but the other...
Is that Paul Renton as well, mate, that's involved there? The orange car, I think it is.
Yeah.
So that's not exactly how these guys wanted their first heat of the night to conclude, and let's just see whether all of them get to restart. Looks like the orange car, mate. Renton's looks as though he's got some feeling. Well, hopefully it's just a bit of panel damage, but
yeah, I mean, fiberglass bodies on these things, like half of the bonnet's missing, as you can see.
Yep.
The front bumper, it's fairly substantial, but they do bend up pretty easy. So as long as there's nothing in the way and the left front wheel is still pointing in the right direction, we'll have a go at it.
You gonna let them go this time? I think they are.
Yep, we're ready for action here.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes on those front cars. They are going for it. Here we go.
Great. Best start came from Roberts. He got to the inside of Harding.
Ben Harding sticking his nose in there, Todd.
No, he actually was running 3rd. It was Roberts that made the pass on him. In actual fact, Roberts got the best start coming out of turn number 4 and moved up the inside of Harding.
McIntyre, in the space of 1 lap, now has a 30 or a 40 metre gap on 2nd and 3rd. Look at the battle going on for 2nd and 3rd at the moment.
McMahon and Harding get together there as well, coming out of turn number 2. It's all on. Harding's all sideways all over the place, just full throttle like normal. But it's Captain Smooth out the front. It's Shane McIntyre. He's just leaving them here.
Just watch his driving style. Just watch McIntyre. Not too sideways, just sort of 2/3 throttle, Todd.
Yeah,
just trying to keep it straight.
Easing the throttle on and keeping the car as straight as he possibly can. It's a joy to watch this one guy in control of his race car. McMahon now gets past Harding. Harding's struggling here.
So as they cross the line, this time round it'll be 8 laps completed. It'll be McIntyre who crosses the line about now. Then it's back to Jennings, Roberts, McManaway and Harding. Those are your top 5. Then it's back to Josh Bolton.
Yeah, Josh Bolton just put the move on. Steve Flynn actually got to the inside. So he takes the 891 up there past a couple of times national champion there with Flynn.
3 laps left to run now. 3 laps left to run.
Look at McManaway, Grant, down into turn number 1. McManaway on the outside now.
Found some grip, Todd. He found some grip on the outside there. And can he see it through? I think he can.
Yeah, it's his job done.
Great pass by Campbell. So McIntyre leads with only 1.5 laps left to run. Then it's back to Jennings, back to McManaway. Roberts is right on his hammer. A bit of a distance back now to Harding and Bolton. White flag now. Half a lap left to run for McIntyre. He started on the front row, but still had a big job on his hands. Here he comes now, out of turn 3, out of turn 4, guns it for home. McIntyre takes the heat.
Nice job by him. Lance Jennings, a great job as well. Came from well back, came from the 4th row. But Campbell McManaway, Grant, came from last up to 3rd place.
3rd spot, started at the back. Unbelievable drive from Campbell. Well done, McManaway.
How about that? I mean, there's a couple of cars on the infield, but not too many really. So Campbell McManaway did the most passing in that one. and wasn't too far behind the leader, really. So that's one quick car, the Mustang, the 492.
This is what we're talking about. You know, it's being awarded points for passing cars. McMahon has just passed how many? 12 cars.
I don't know, I'm not that good at maths.
He's passed 12 cars, and that's going to be good for him. And that's only his first outing, his first heat outing. So well done to him.
Okay, well, of course, another man and another Hypermac doing a fantastic job out there tonight as well. Shane McIntyre, 26T. Not a bad race, really. You'd be pretty happy with that one.
Yeah, the car was good. The track sort of held off. It did dust off a bit, but it's still a bit of grip there, and we kind of missed the setup a little bit, and we could have hopefully been a bit faster, but we'll be next time.
Absolutely, and I suppose it doesn't make much difference as long as you get the car across the line in first spot. Obviously, starting up the front, you want to be able to do that anyway, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. We just had to be gentle on the throttle on that one there. We've sort of playing around with tyres at the moment and trying to get a right combination happening.
Now, traditionally at Cromwell, the track usually when the sun goes down, the water or moisture starts coming up back through the track. Is that something that you think will happen tonight?
I'm not sure because, you're right, it normally does, but there's a lot of cars here, so whether they're going to seal it off or, just too many cars and good cars on the track, so not sure the track's going to last that well, but it's still fast track.
Not much racing under the belt, obviously didn't need much, so you've obviously got a bit of a game plan going forward.
He was lucky we got such a good chassis, so it makes me look good.
Now, of course, if you want one of those chassis, contact Shane at Hypermac. Okay, so well, best of luck, and sponsors that you've got to look after?
Hypermac Racing, Genesis Shocks, that's about it really. Yeah.
Thanks very much, Shane McIntyre. After the devastating Christchurch earthquakes, there has always been one name you can rely on when it comes to scaffolding in Canterbury. Elliott Scaffolding have a purpose-built fleet of vehicles and a fully trained crew that can get the job done. From that small project to the bigger ones and some of the unique ones. Phone now and speak to Trevor and the team at Elliott Scaffolding Christchurch. Welcome to Hamner Springs and to Hamner Holiday Homes. Situated just 90 minutes from Christchurch, call our team to arrange your next holiday with action aplenty. From those who like to relax through to the thrill seeker. Choose from over 200 holiday homes with taste that caters for all. Bring the kids or relax with your partner and admire the fantastic views on offer. Book now to secure your next adventure. www.hamnerholidayhomes.com.
Hi, I'm Malcolm Nartai from Suck It Up Limited. If you're in the Canterbury area and need any hydro excavation, water blasting, vacuum loading, any septic tank cleaning or CCTV of your pipelines, please give me a call or contact us on our Facebook page.
Suck It Up Limited, 740 Marston Road, Christchurch. Call them 24 hours a day on 027 588 8809.
Hi, Scott here from X Factor Cars, Southland's V8 specialists, stockists of the South Island's biggest selection of Holden HSV. Also with a wide range of everything Ford, FPV and classic American muscle. With an in-house finance specialist, we can tailor build a package to suit each and every budget, from no deposit, structured payments and up to 60-month terms. If we don't have it in stock, our team will search high and low to find what you want. Check out our testimonials, xfactorcars.co.nz.
Okay, folks, and of course, welcome back to the New Zealand Super Saloon Champs here at Central Motor Speedway. Of course, heavy tracks higher, Central Motor Speedway. We had to have a talk to this man. What a fantastic drive from the rear of the field up to third spot, past what, 12-odd cars? I tell you, mate, that thing was dialed on beautifully, wasn't it?
Yeah, we've had a bit of practice here in the last few weeks, and it's paid off. We've just taken a little bit at a time, changed a few things, and it's come together.
Now, of course, what we did see here over the Christmas New Year meet is you did play around a lot with the car. We've seen you in one of the races go around the outside of everybody just about, except, right up to second spot. Bit of a tease, really. You come back in the feature race and you were trying some experimental stuff. Didn't quite work out for you, but this time, obviously just playing around, was it?
Well, we had to try it because it was about practice. This is the big one. This is where it all counts. So we had to practice. It doesn't matter if we got last or wherever we end up sixth. From the front to six, but it doesn't matter. This is one that counts.
Absolutely, and it doesn't matter what racing you do throughout the whole everything. Doesn't matter if it's the Vertex Cup, if it's the Burger King Pro Dirt Series. Nothing means more to you than to put one of those single-digit numbers on the door, is it?
I've been working at that for a long time. I've got 4th, 5th, and 7th. Haven't quite been able to get to the podium, and I'm actually feeling quite confident, actually.
So Dan Corrin on the front row with Elliot Kane Lawson, one to watch in that 6 car on the second row alongside Mick Quinn, Grant Flynn as well, and Kristen Vermeulen, Craig Cardwell back out there. Good work by that team to get that car up and running.
Elliot setting the pace. Down goes the right foot.
Yeah, does it ever.
Corrin, they have a bit of a rub up there going into turn 1. Dan Corrin and Trevor Elliott rather.
Nice driving by both of those guys. They just gave each other enough room, no more though. And it is Dan Corrin who will lead lap number 1 here. Trevor Elliott right behind him. And side by side we go, Kane Lawson.
Look at Grant Flynn, mate, up the inside there. Gets the job done.
Made the good move of the Burger King number 6 car up to the 3rd place. He's got the setup, and this one just dialed in perfectly.
Look at Elliott on the outside, having a look at Corrin. Man, listen to those engines roaring. Absolutely working overtime.
I tell you what, Corrin's a bit loose in the middle of 1 and 2 there. Lost a bit of momentum, and look at Trevor Elliott come at him again on the outside. Let's see what Dan Corrin does this time into turn number 1. See if he keeps it a little bit straighter.
And while that's happening, Grant Flynn is getting up onto him. 3 abreast down into turn 1.
Yeah, Grant Flynn's up to it, but yeah, they're definitely going a bit nuts. So back, that's Cardwell, Mick Quinn and Burson. Here comes that 11 car as well.
Man, oh man, these guys and girls are playing for keeps. Whoa, Grant Flynn up the inside then of the 27 of Elliott. Man, they traded a bit of paint there too going into turn 1.
Take Elliott. No prisoners, Grant Flynn.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the bit between his teeth. Grant Flynn in the one of the 2 Burger King sponsored cars, doing a great job.
He wants to have a go at Dan Corrin. Let's see what he's got. Dan Corrin's got that thing.
No.
Oh,
Grant Flynn just getting it a little bit wrong there. Gets passed by a couple of cars for his trouble.
He got it a lot wrong, yeah, and the 6 car gets around the outside. That's Kane Lawson. I mean, just about stalled at Grant. He got so loose. The 11 car is coming. He's come from the back row. Peter Dixon in the 11. Here he goes on the outside of Grant Flynn into turn number 3 and gasses the big 11 up on the outside. He's going to have a go at Kane Lawson as well.
Gets the job done.
From the back row, check him out, number 11, the 11T, Peter Dixon, fastest guy on the racetrack, got the setup.
Great to watch, eh?
Fantastic stuff.
Dixon on the fly.
So, out the front, let's talk about these guys at the front. Dan Corrin, driving a beautiful race. He's made a couple of little sort of loose moments there. Elliott's still there, but look at this, the speed of the 11T car.
Yeah, give him another couple of laps. We've still got a good 4 laps left to run in this one.
Look at the run on the outside here, Grant.
He has found some traction out wide. Now he's going to get by the current New Zealand Saloon champion, Dan Corrin.
Watch him go into turn number 3. He's just found some grip out there in 3 and 4. And here he goes. He rounds him up again on the outside. Peter Dixon from the back row. He will lead it. Check him out.
What a drive. Peter Dixon has passed 11 cars. Make that 12 cars to get up into the front. Let's see if he can stay there.
Yeah, I reckon.
I don't know whether I can see from up here.
White flag is out. 1 lap left to go for Dixon. It's been an amazing drive by the man from the 11T car. He's done a great job.
What a drive from the back to the front. Unbelievable stuff. So it's Dixon crossing the line. Then it's back to Dan Corrin in second, Elliott in third, Lawson and Flynn fourth and fifth. Then it's back to Cardwell. Wow, that sun is coming down. I can't see anything down there in turns 3 and 4. Not until they come past the commentary box. It'll only be momentary, I'm sure. But how about that drive from Dixon? Todd, how would you describe that drive from the back of the field with the calibre?
Well, you just did. He came from the back. Dan Corrin and Elliott, they would have been thinking they were going pretty quick, you know. And this dude just rocks up on the outside of them through 3 and 4 and just absolutely gone. Did he find some grip out of 4? Just amazing.
Absolutely. Turns 3 and 4 for Dixon was where he won that race. He just found a groove out there and did the job.
You know, he's that cool. He's not even worried about the sky lap. He's just back in. Yeah. So all in a day's work, mate.
All in a day's work.
To the front.
Absolutely.
Okay, folks, here we go with the winner of the last heat. One of those last to first type scenarios by the sounds of things, Pete, and it looks like you've finally found a bit of form in this last heat.
Yeah, you only dream of that sort of stuff, don't you?
So tell us, obviously got a good setup for the car at that one. You've been out, did you not quite have the right one for the last heat?
Yeah, for the very first heat, we just didn't really have a car, and I just tried, and then we ended up second, so it was good, and then put a, amazing setup on the car, and it worked on the outside, so it was wicked.
Now, of course, you had a few issues earlier on in the season with the blown motors and bits and pieces like that, so obviously you got all that sorted out. Is that your good race motor?
Yeah, this is the good one back in the cars, and it's doing the job, but pretty thankful for the people behind me to help me out and get it all sorted.
Absolutely. Well, of course, you've sort of repaid them just slightly there a wee bit with the win, but of course you can't get too cocky at this stage of it. There's still a lot of racing to come, isn't there?
Yeah, that's right. One heat one doesn't mean anything. I'd rather do the feature tomorrow night, and that's what we'll try for.
Absolutely, you try and get up there as high in the points as you possibly can to get a good start.
Yeah, there's a lot of good guys here, so we'll just one race by one, really. Yeah.
So, what any changes going to make to the car going into the next couple of heats, or just leave it the way it is?
I don't know. If the sun going down, the track might come back a wee bit, so I'll probably wander around thinking about it until 2 minutes we've got a race.
So, of course, we were talking earlier on to a couple of guys about the track here, and of course, when the sun usually goes down, the moisture does come back up again. But this is Ray Stewart, obviously, and Ray said that perhaps that might not be the case tonight because there were so many big wheels on the car, on the track.
Yeah, I was surprised that the track went so slick so early. Usually, it's one of the best tracks in New Zealand here, but I suppose with the heat and all the cars, then we can only hope for it to get drivey. That's my favourite track, so.
Good stuff. Good sponsors on the car too. Who looks after you, Pete?
Oh yeah, I knew you were going to ask me that. Main Freight Cromwell, Hypermac Racing, New Zealand Composite, Central Powder Coaters, Metro Graphics, Heb Construction, and Moss Sheet Metal. I think that's all of them.
After the devastating Christchurch earthquakes, there has always been one name you can rely on when it comes to scaffolding in Canterbury. Elliott Scaffolding have a purpose-built fleet of vehicles and a fully trained crew that can get the job done. From that small project to the bigger ones and some of the unique ones. Phone now and speak to Trevor and the team at Elliott Scaffolding Christchurch. Welcome to Hamner Springs and to Hamner Holiday Homes. Situated just 90 minutes from Christchurch, call our team to arrange your next holiday with action aplenty. From those who like to relax through to the thrill seeker. Choose from over 200 holiday homes with taste that caters for all. Bring the kids or relax with your partner and admire the fantastic views on offer. Book now to secure your next adventure. www.hamnerholidayhomes.com.
Hi, I'm Malcolm Narthai from Suck It Up Limited. If you're in the Canterbury area and need any hydro excavation, water blasting, vacuum loading, any septic tank cleaning or CCTV of your pipelines, please give me a call or contact us on our Facebook page.
Suck It Up Limited, 740 Marston Road, Christchurch. Call them 24 hours a day on 027 588 8809.
Hi, Scott here from X Factor Cars, Southland's V8 specialists, stockists of the South Island's biggest selection of Holden HSV, also with a wide range of everything Ford, FPV and classic American muscle. With an in-house finance specialist, we can tailor build a package to suit each and every budget, from no deposit, structured payments and up to 60-month terms. If we don't have it in stock, our team will search high and low to find what you want. Check out our testimonials, xfactorcars.co.nz.
Okay, folks, hope you're enjoying the coverage here from the Heavy Tracks Hire New Zealand Super Saloon Championships. And one of the people that's made this all happen tonight, and of course with a good crew of people as well, is this man here, and it is Graham Williamson, the promoter here from Central Motor Speedway. Graham, you must be pretty happy with the way things are going presently.
Oh, we're delighted, Jason. I mean, the feedback from the fans and the drivers, particularly with the format, I mean, it is an exciting format, and that's proving the case. Whoever wins this championship, it will be a deserved winner.
Now, obviously you usually race around in the your own little saloon car. Are you feeling a bit itchy under the feet and want to get out there and have a wee play with these boys?
Oh, look, yeah, there's a part of me that I wish I was out there, I guess, giving it a crack. I mean, but you look at the level that these guys are racing at, mate. It's outstanding. They're on another level. And, yeah, I'm happy with doing what I'm doing at present.
Now, of course, you must be proud and pretty chuffed with the numbers. This is probably one of the largest New Zealand titles it's ever been. You must be chuffed with the turnout for the drivers.
Oh, absolutely. I think not only the numbers, Jason, but the quality. I mean, the quality of the field out there. We've got drivers from the North Island all across New Zealand, and it's I guess you could say that, in the last 3 or 4 years, what's happened is everybody has just lifted to the level now where anyone can win.
Now, Main Freight, of course, are the major sponsors for this. Paul Wright's always been a huge supporter of Central Motor Speedway. Anything in particular you want to pass on to Main Freight and Paul?
Oh, look, Main Freight, Paul and Debbie have been outstanding. Not just for this meeting, but for the club in general. Since they came to Cromwell with Main Freight, they've just, the things they do, some of the things people just don't see. And, we're just so lucky to have people like that involved with the club.
Absolutely, and of course, you're not exactly a slacker yourself. You put a lot of time, energy, and effort in both your car and your racing, and also the club as well. Is it something you've sort of warmed up to? I mean, there's a couple of dodgy bits to start with, but obviously, it's things are working out pretty good.
Yeah, they are, Jason. I mean, as you know, at the start, I guess I came in cold, didn't know what to expect.
But we're loving it. I mean, we're loving being part of it. It's funny, we go back, what, three or 4 years, and who would have thought that we would be where we are now doing what we're doing. We just want to continue.
Sam Waddell from the outside of the front row.
Yeah, Craig Phillips in the 17i on the inside.
Now he has gone beautifully so far tonight, Craig Phillips.
Quick car tonight. Craig Johnson in the 77T on the inside of the second row. Mark Carey on the outside of him. Steve Flynn, the Burger King man. And on the outside of him, the current 1NZ, Mark Osborne.
A couple of burgers side by side on the third row.
Mr. Spectacular, Ben Harding in the 24 car. And on the outside of him, equally as spectacular, the South Island version, Richie Taylor. So this will be a good one.
It sure will. Alrighty, let's see how this one pans out. Waddell has set the pace. Heads down into turn one, leading the way.
Yeah, nice bit of moisture on the track at the moment.
Yeah,
so
there is too.
It's real even right across. Richie Taylor got a good run out of turn two, but Grant Flynn just comes straight back. Steve Flynn, I should say. And but he's got nowhere to go there. He's just had to back out of it. Look at that, got snookered. So the front three is Waddell. It's the 17 car of Craig Phillips and the 1NZ of Mark Osborne. Mark's come from sixth grid up to third place in no time at all.
Yeah, Osborne looking good, looking strong. Further back in the field, though, some good side-by-side stuff. Mark Carey and Steve Flynn were side-by-side there, coming out of 4.
That 17 car looks hot at this point. Look at the 17 go.
We've got the McDonald's car up the inside. Whoa, that was close.
Nice driving, especially by the 17 guy, because he got out of the way, really. Osborne was coming with a heck of a hurry there. I don't think...
yeah, he did a great job.
Wow, the 17 car, he got completely out of the road.
Did a superb job.
To save wrecking 2 cars, he got away with that one.
But at the moment, it is Sam Waddell from Mark Osborne. Osborne's about 50 or so metres back, but look to see that gap diminish as the race goes on. Then it's back to Phillips in the 17 car, who did a superb job of avoiding the McDonald's car.
Yeah, he really did. I'll tell you, a car to watch here is the 17C of Ryan Marsden. That 17 car looks like it's working pretty good as well. That Lovelady race car.
Yeah,
look at him go
quick
to the inside. He's got the thing glued to the inside. Here he comes now, making a run on that 77. And I'm sure he'll round him up as they come onto the front straightaway here. Not quite this time.
Yeah, better exit speed by the 77 car. Further back in the field, looks like we've got a bit of an issue there with Ben Harding and his good friend Steve Flynn there coming together.
Oh, we've got a slow car here coming right in front of the leaders here. So we've got the 86C car of Jason Moore, and he's got Dean Waddell. I keep saying Dean. Sam Waddell right behind him.
So
Sam
Waddell trying to make use of the fact that he's separated. No, he's not, because here comes Osborne. The lines down the inside. That's good driving.
Yeah, beautiful job. These cars very similar, aren't they? But look, Osborne really threw the thing in there into turn 3. Got some good speed.
Oh, it's all on up front.
Fast. He's right there.
It's all on up front. Look at these two. Definitely 2 of the fastest cars here this weekend so far. Osborne showing a bit of right front now up the inside of Sam Waddell.
So Sam will know he's there. We would have seen him out the corner of his eye. He would have been like, oh no, here comes someone.
Here comes a big man.
I'll tell you what, it's a great scrap going on here for 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th.
Oh, look at this. Waddell there just left the door open and up came the Big Mac. And there's a bit of rubbing going on coming out of turn 4. Sammy Waddell. Oh boy. Let's see whether he fights back. Oh, that was aggressive driving by Osborne.
That's super determined stuff, that, isn't it? But look at the scrap going on here for 4th, and then we've got the checkered flag. So Osborne gets it done. Super aggressive. Wow, look at that finish. That's 17. Around the outside, that was a good effort by him. Ryan Marsden, I'm really liking the way he drives.
Man, do you suppose Mark Osborne wants this bad?
Yeah, well, there was such a mess in the first heat, wasn't it? He got all that damage, and he come out like he wanted it big time, didn't he?
He sure
he came
did.
from grid number 6, the 1NZ car, and took away the lead. It was a super aggressive move, wasn't it, on Waddell?
Waddell did a fantastic job, with the exception, going into turn 3 and leaving the door slightly ajar.
Yeah, not very far open.
Osborne just stuck his toe in there and thought, no, I can make that wider.
Yeah, this is aggressive stuff. This is speedway racing. It's what it's all about.
Yep.
It's about intimidation, and like you said, the door was half open and the Big Mac was in there and making plenty of noise. It's all about the noise and the aggro.
Let me tell you, mate, yes, the door was half open, but it was also half closed.
Okay, of course, we just watched Mark Osborne with a fantastic drive in that last heat, but Mark, it wasn't to be. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, no, I had the charge, mate, after having a DNF. I'm a bit behind now, so I've got to do some catching up. But yeah, when I passed Sam, I tucked the wheel on the pole line, and yeah, I got pinged. But hey, those are the rules. I just, yeah, unlucky. So.
Of course, but there's a lot of positivity to come out of that race, a lot of go forward in a reasonably slick track. You got Tony in your corner. He must be helping you get that car around the track fairly good, though.
Yeah, the car felt real good, mate, and we've still got plenty more adjustments. So we'll give it some more and see if we can come through and yeah, get another placing. So yeah.
3 times 1NZ, this will be 4. You're pushing hard. It's going to be a long road for the McDonald's machine. What's the plan? Have you got some good setups coming up?
Oh yeah, we have. We are behind the 8 ball, and hey, it makes you drive a bit better. I think when you're behind, and you just got to push hard, nothing to lose. So yeah, we'll be giving it heaps. So, yeah.
Okay, mate. Good sponsor on the car too. Who looks after you?
Oh mate, I got lots. I got McDonald's New Zealand, they're major. SADT, Watkins Race Engines. I got Drill Force on this year. Windscreen company from Hamilton, and oh mate, what are they called? Christchurch Glass. Yeah. Oh mate, I've got a few. I'd have to write them down, but no, I couldn't do it without them. It's magic. So.
Okay, well, if you do win another race, mate, make sure you write your sponsors down and come up and see us again, won't you?
Yeah, I better. It's probably pretty bad for me not to remember, but I'm helped from so many people. It's pretty awesome.
Okay, game face on, mate. Go focus. Get up there, and we'd like to see you have a crack at number 4.
Yeah, I'll be going, mate. I'll be going hard. So.